It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Two Chefs Brewing Company, and this is their Karate Kid tribute. It's their tropical Ralphie Hoppy Weizen, and it's coming in at 5% ABV in a 330 milliliter can, 10 IBUs. So it's role reversed. You got the bad guy doing the final kick in the Karate Kid here. So without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. I'm a massive fan of Weiss beer. I'm a massive fan of hoppy beer. So this one, fingers crossed, should be great. We got a 1 to very small 2 finger white head, good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's a hazy straw coloured beer. Looks very exciting so far. Should be a really good one, this. Great carbonation. There is a widget in the glass, mind you, I would like to say that. There you go, you can see the widget. So it will kind of aggravate the carbonation a little bit naturally. Let's get the aroma then. One of my favourite beer styles in the world is Weizen. Just puts a smile on my face. I could have a Weiss beer like some people have orange juice in the morning. I could have a Weiss beer in the morning. In fact, I'm having a Weiss beer in the morning because it's 26 minutes past 9. But it's zesty at the same time. There's loads of kind of fresh, just seems like freshly squeezed orange juice in here. Lemon. But of course, that's the American hops in the beer. It's nothing to do with the fact that they've freshly squeezed lemons and oranges in the beer. They've used American hops, which is just magical in its own right. You get that typical banana and clove spiciness, pepperiness. It smells really, really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a beer. What a beer. First of all, I want to say how fantastically drinkable it is. So refreshing, so juicy in so many levels. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. There's a real combination of flavour going on here. There's a real balance of flavour going on here. There's so much to break down with this beer. This has got all the hallmarks of a classic Weiss beer. That slight creaminess to the beer, the spiciness, the pepperiness that's coming through. The clove, the ripe green banana taste. Just absolutely wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Combine that then with some bitterness on the back end. A little bit of spiciness, a little bit of bitterness. And it just comes together to bring loads and loads of flavour, loads and loads of kind of things going on. The banana, the clove over here, the slight sweetness. We haven't even touched on the malt yet. The little bit of sweetness from the malt. And then that lovely bitterness on the back end. It's a lovely, lovely beer. A lovely, lovely beer from Two Chefs Brewing Company. And I want to say a massive, massive thank you at this stage to Two Chefs Brewing Company for sending us the beer. We really appreciate it. As we do all the beers that come through to the channel. It's not like a sponsored video where there's any money that's exchanged hands. It's the fact that this company in the Netherlands have decided to send us some beer. And quite frankly, we're always 100% honest with our reviews. That's the kind of agreement we have with brewers, is that if you decide to send us some beer, you will get a 100% honest review. There's no temptation, because the brewers sent us the beer, to lean on the nice side a little bit, because I think the brewer wants 100% honest feedback anyway, because if you give the brewer 100% honest feedback, then they're going to be, right, okay, we need to do this, this or this to the beer. Whereas, I'm loving this beer. I'm loving this beer. There's no need to change anything with it. Look at the lacing on it as you rock it back and forth. You can see that fantastic lacing. Lovely haze, lovely carbonation chasing the head up the glass. Just a wonderful Weizen. Hoppy Weizen. So just touching on the malt then. There's so much going on in the beer that you have to kind of like pick out parts of the beer and try and segment it in your brain, try and put it over there or over there. So because you're getting lots of clove and banana, spiciness, hoppiness, orange peel, orange juice flavours coming through from the hops, it's quite difficult to put your finger on the malt, but it's definitely there, and it comes through as a sweetness, a little bit of breadiness, a little bit of sweetness over there, and then a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It just means that you could absolutely put away, I could put away 6 of these, no problem at all. On a nice summer's day, 6 of these fantastic Weiss beers would go down a treat. Right, Tropical Ralphie, he's like a mouthful of summer fun. Join him as he cannonballs into the cool, cloudy pool to catch a splash of a full-blown exotic affair. Imagine a tropical fruit basket flowing over your tongue. The sun always shines when Ralphie's around because he's pretty fly for a Weizen guy. And then they go on. Then it's all about Two Chefs Brewing Company, what they believe in. So you can pause the video at this stage if you want and have a little read on their kind of company message. I'm ready to rate this. It's a fabulous beer. I really enjoyed the Two Chefs Brewing Company's beers. I first come across them about 3 years ago. I reviewed their Funky Falcon, and then we reviewed a porter from them. 2 brilliant beers. Found them in a bottle shop in Penarth in Wales, of all places. Rating for this beer then. I think that's one of the best Two Chefs Brewing Company's beers that I've ever had. I love a Weizen. I like a hoppy beer. Combining the two is brilliant for me. So this gets a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. So 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.